So last week I had the pleasure of playing a new third-person looter shooter coming to all platforms. And when I say I was surprised at how much fun I had playing this game and why I think this might be one of the best third-person looter shooters coming out this year, just watch the gameplay, we'll talk about it. But I do want to say a quick thank you to NEXON for actually giving me early access to this prior to their open beta going live later next week. Now, I'm not being paid for this video. I'm actually doing this video because I truly enjoyed it. If I played the early access and I didn't like it, I wouldn't be making content on it. But there will be videos the rest of the week on different Descendants, and I'll explain that later in the video. Now, I do want to let you guys know there is a crossplay open beta starting September 19th. So on the 19th, all of you guys can try this on any platform. You'll have access to 11 standard characters, 2 ultimate characters, 50 plus weapons, 300 modules, and a lot more. And we'll get into some more details on what type of game this is, what I thought about it, and how much I actually enjoyed it. Now, when the company first contacted me, I had no idea what this game was about. So I had to do my research. And as soon as I saw it was a looter shooter, I was all in. I was like, why not find out what this game is? And I 100% am glad that I took the chance. I played it because this has been an amazing experience. Now, I'll tell you, just right off the bat when I started playing it, I honestly got a little bit of Destiny vibes with this game. The combat, the movement, all felt so smooth. The grappling gun was an amazing addition that they added to this game. And I'll tell you, the more I played, the more I wanted it. Now, when you first start off the open beta, you'll have access to 3 different Descendants, but I was lucky enough to have an account that was boosted that allowed me to test out all 11 Descendants, including the 2 ultimate Descendants. Now, one thing you always have to remember about Descendants is each one has their own unique abilities and their own skills, but you can enhance each ability by equipping different modules. And modules come in standard, rare, ultimate, and transcendent. So there are 4 tiers of modules to help improve your Descendants' abilities and skills. Now, some of these module slots, the skill modules, will modify your skill abilities to other forms. Now, you can earn these modules through combat, including missions, void intercept battles, and special operations, which you're going to be seeing some throughout this video. What I was really impressed with was how unique each character felt. They all felt different in their own ways, and they all had skills that I could see when you play this in co-op, it's just going to be an amazing experience. Now, I will say loot drops, I felt like they were rewarding. Every time I played a mission, I was getting loot. When I would finish an activity or finish a mission, I always felt like I was rewarded for my time. So I was always getting something new or getting something that I might use or something that I needed. And there was never a moment that I felt playing one activity was a waste of time. I always felt like I was rewarded. And that's the best thing about looter shooters. Being able to play an activity, farm that activity, and then hopefully get a piece of gear that's going to improve your current character and make him stronger, right? Because in looter shooters, we always want to feel powerful, and that's why we farm for new gear. And I felt like these activities, they did a really good job of balancing it, so when you finished it, you would just have so much loot on the ground that you would be searching through it to see what you should keep and what you shouldn't. Now, I will say the gunplay in this game felt solid. I tried a ton of guns, from pistols to snipers to SMGs to ARs. You can name it, I tried it, and I felt each gun felt good. I felt like everything was pretty much balanced, and I would catch myself going from weapon to weapon to weapon, from shotguns to pistols to snipers to ARs to rifles. It was all a lot of fun. And when I tell you there are a ton of weapons in this game, remember, there are standard weapons, there are rare weapons, there are ultimate weapons, and the weapons I didn't get to see are the transcendent weapons. I'm excited to dive into all these and see which one I enjoy and fit my playstyle. Now, the one cool thing about the ultimate weapons is each have their own unique abilities, providing for a really cool experience when you're out there fighting enemies. Oh, and even gets better. Yes, you can mod these weapons too. That means that there are different mods that are going to help enhance this weapon for different playstyles and allow you to make them even more powerful than they already are. And yes, they come in standard, rare, and ultimate, allowing you to create the weapon the way you want it to be created. And I love this. this is going to create some pretty cool builds and allow players to have fun in the way they want to have fun while they're playing First Descendant. Now, I played this game on PC and I played it with controller and I played it with mouse and keyboard, and I will say all the controls felt good, whether I was playing on mouse and keyboard or I was playing on controller. I never really had a moment that I thought, man, this feels clunky. Everything felt fluid and it was an enjoyable experience that I think a lot of you guys will enjoy, whether you guys want to play on mouse and keyboard or you want to play this game on controller. Now, when you go to the world map, it's actually a pretty decent size, and I believe we will only have access to 3 areas for the open beta. Now, this may change based on if they open up any of the other areas. And because I did have an account that was boosted, I was able to actually play some of those areas. And the differences were that they're higher level enemies that you fight there, so you'll get higher level loot. But in each area you do unlock, there's tons of things for you to do there, and there will be marked on the map. Now, each activity will tell you the estimate playtime, and they'll tell you the level the enemies are that you'll face if you do that activity. Now, every now and then I would catch myself just roaming around the map, seeing on what ledges I could climb up because the environment was just so beautiful. The game just looks so good. And I was running it on ultra settings, everything. I do have a 4090, so I can push this PC to the limit. And I'll say, I just caught myself just wandering around, trying to see where I could get. The game definitely takes full advantage of the Unreal Engine 5. Now, the biggest shock came when I found out this game was 100% free. It's a free to play game. I never thought I would play a game that played this smooth, was this much fun, and would keep you coming back for more. It was just a very fun experience that I think a lot of you guys should try, and I would recommend it to all of you. Now, once you get your Descendants loadout set, you're starting to feel powerful. You're flying through these enemies and you want to challenge yourself. That's what Void Intercept battles are. They're normal and hard ones, and you can actually start them at level 10. Now, these are the hardest enemies in the game. Now, typically when you matchmake for this activity, you will be paired up with 3 other players. I was on a test server, so I ended up having to do this by myself because there was just nobody on at the time. Now, these bosses tend to have weak points or certain mechanics that you need to figure out so you can actually beat them. And that's what's actually pretty cool about them. Now, if you're able to beat these bosses, well, you'll be rewarded very well. Now, if you guys have any questions that you would like for me to cover in any of the future videos, let me know in the comments. The goal for the next couple videos are going to be actually covering each Descendant, all 11 of them, so that way you guys can see the skills that they have, how their play styles are, and some gameplay with them. So that way when you decide to dive into First Descendants, you'll kind of have an idea of what Descendant you might want to go for. And don't forget, the crossplay open beta starts September 19th to September 26th. So plenty of time for you to try this game out. So I'm gonna wrap up the video here, guys. Let me know in the comments if there's a particular topic, something I didn't cover in this video that you would like me to cover besides each Descendant, which will be coming later to this channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Appreciate the support, appreciate the love. Hey, NothingButSkillz is out.